making myself die like this? These are easy guys. Totally press that fucking button. Fucking motherfuckers. Hard Man is next. Save Top Man for when I potentially am lower on health, because he is usually pretty easy. Shadow Blades. Opportunity to hit Snake Man here. And apparently derp it up entirely. Whoa, shit. No, why did... Just kill this motherfucker. Shadow. Spark. Oh, Rush Jet's doing good. Am I doing on snakes? Snakes are doing reasonably well. Spark. Rush Jet. See if I can Get closer here. It's a fake Dr. Wily. Death Proof 31 says, ooh, I hear a girl heart. Interesting. I don't hear any girls right now. Alright, I'm gonna wanna top off my rush jet. And not actually bring it into the battle here. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna top off my snakes. Actually, we're gonna rush jet up there. And then Shadow Blades. Press up when I'm doing that. Alright, we want our rush jet. I'm going to be out of there before that shows up. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We want our snakes. Shit. Snakes. Okay. Oh wait, am I supposed to nah, I'm not supposed to kill Wily. Cameraman says, why would you build a robot with a snake hatch in the head? Ooh, I'm gonna make a...
To piss you off.
I'm gonna be right back.
Ice cream time! Just watch. She's gonna come back with something to munch on.
Then I bumped the microphone on the way back.
So it seems. So, what did you get yourself?
I grabbed a brownie bite.
I knew it.
That's my reward for...
Aw, you're stuffing your face now.
Mm-hmm. A chocolatey stuff. These are super rich too. Like you can only have like one last chew for a good 3-4 seconds.
Oh, you and your patterns. You're not predictable at all.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the rage diet.
And you wonder why I think you're cute. Also, I watched that video that you linked the other day. Maybe you saw that I commented on it, I'm not sure. That was hilarious.
What video did I link the other day? I linked a bunch of videos.
The plowing.
Oh.
That was just... I laughed so hard. Like, most funny videos get a little chuckle. With this, I was actually, like...
On the floor.
Laughing, yeah.
Yeah, Ko is hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah. But Ko's always hilarious. That's why I like him, like, in his natural habitat, you know? I like him best when he's not actually trying to record.
Yeah.
Because when he's, like, in his recordings, he's always so
Mellow.
contained and, yeah. I like him best when he's just doing his thing.
Alright, I'm gonna reset, try Snake Man stage, and then time for Yoshi's Island. Because Snake Man is the linchpin of the beginning. You know, if I wasn't streaming, I would actually probably play through this game like 5 times today. That's how seriously I want to win.
Losing is not an option.
It's an option.
But you know...
It's just not gonna happen.
You know that the boys are not gonna want to let you win. Because it's like bragging rights to beat you on your birthday.
And Cilantro wants revenge for Mario too, so I at least have to beat him.
Ah, you'll beat him. I'm mostly worried about Milby.
You mean the guy who's played like 15 Mega Man games in the last month? Yeah. But if
Only?
no, more than that probably. You're right. He played through all 10 of the classics. Well, not classics, all 10 of the original. Most of the Mega Man X's. So he's already at like 15 there. I think he did the Zero and ZX stuff, which are also pretty good games. Wow, yeah, that's definitely more than 20. Mega Man Soccer.
Oh, that is a very good strategy! The Wicked just said, just make sure Lisa's immobile 30 minutes and they should be broken.
Oh, yeah.
That could be a strategy. No, but I wouldn't interfere. Because that wouldn't be fair. Would be funny, though.
It kind of would.
But I would also distract you, so... would not be good. Well, you could just locally mute me. Let's do this! Let's do this, like, seriously. I'll start, like, moaning and making all kinds of sexy noises to distract them. And then I'd give you, like, a tip, like, in the chat. I'll be like, hey, mute me right now. And then you mute me, and you're gonna be all focused.
It'll be a...
And I'm gonna...
I'll need a code word.
Yes. The opposite of red, because it means go, so it would be green.
Yes.
I mean, all I have to do for Milby is just talk about,
Cheese dildos.
plumbers. And cheese dildos. No, that was you. You just crack up on cheese dildos, but he goes off on the plumber thing.
The Dutch plumbers.
I don't know about Cilantro, though. We haven't actually teased him at all yet. I don't know about Ko either. Ko will just think I'm weird.
Well, Ko has not played Mega Man 3 since the 80s, so I'm not worried as far as
about Ko.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Cilantro is pretty good at video games.
Cilantro is...
And pretty serious about the competition angle of it.
Oh, hell yeah.
So...
Yeah, he was talking to his viewers this morning about how they, how he was gonna participate, and he'd been preparing and stuff. But I don't know his weak spot, but I bet with some sexy randomness, I can get him to crack up as well.
Shalik says, in before Ko beats everyone and doesn't even realize it.
Yes.
Okay, that strategy works fine. So the only trouble is gonna be Quick Man. Quick Man.
That's the guy in red, right?
That's the guy who was kicking my ass and I was raging and ready to punch the face of the computer. Of the whatever. Blah, blah, words. Alright, restroom time?
Yes.
Then it's time for some Yoshi.
No, you need to practice him some more.
But I can do that later,
Okay.
I think. There's still a day and a half left.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Now I need a witty title. Any thoughts on witty titles?
Oh, absolutely none.
It's Yoshi's Island. Actually, my Super Nintendo controller is still over there. Hold on. There we go. I was on this file, yeah. I've already done insert witty title here. Actually, what was that one? We'll do this first.
Oh, MC Gamer broke 1 million views today.
Oh, wow. He's been doing really
Yep.
well the last month, really.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Okay, let's go look at the new meta level. Don't try that stage again. What is the name of that one stage with the fuzzies? There we go.
I didn't end up making any doors, by the way.
That's okay. They're not doors. They're doors.
Yeah, they are. Door.
I wasn't the first person to do that, and I won't be the last.
You were the only person to actually explain it to me in a way that I could understand. So to me, they're doors. Deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know why people have so much trouble explaining. Not trouble, but maybe lack of desire is the right term.
Or maybe I'm just thick. As far as redstone goes, that is a real possibility.
I was trying to make thick a euphemism for something, but it doesn't work for ladies.
It could work. It could be a thick ass. or thick boobs.
Thick fingers?
Ah, yeah. Wait, that doesn't sound very attractive at all.
Doesn't matter how attractive it is if it hits the right spots.
Function over form?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Someone took the minecart! Damn it! I have to walk the whole way. Wow, Cambrian just completely managed to turn it into something a guy would say. Oh, Shylag asks, what exactly is a do door? Well, a do door is something that Do actually made a tutorial about at some point. It's when you run up to a door and then I think you made it with buttons, but like there's a flip-flop underneath. Is that what it's called?
Actually, I'm technically using RX Norlash, but that's okay.
Okay. So, what she said. Um, but yeah, you run up. The effect is you run up to a door, and you only have to like hit a button, or what I want to do is do it with a pressure plate, and the door only closes after you step on the second pressure plate or hit the second button.
Basically, once the door's activated, it stays open until something is triggered.
Yes. It is not a piston door, it's a normal door.
It could be a piston door.
Possibly. Oh, actually, I think it was me who didn't return the minecart. Because I went home using the end portal instead of the normal way home. Hey, but I did all my redstone for my farms by myself.
So you say.
You saw it!
Sure, there was no assistance at all, except for my telepathic waves.
No, not at all. It's just someone... Was it you who mentioned? Are you sure it's on the right block or something? Someone said that, but that's not really helping. I would have figured that one out eventually. Thing is, with redstone, I can't predict what it'll do when and how and where. Like, I don't know how to connect it in certain places to get the desired effect. But that's probably just a matter of practicing.
Yeah, I always keep forgetting which things work which way, because there are differences in how they function, which is retarded.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh well, you know, pistons edge triggered. Some things are triggered by the edge, some things are triggered by...
Underneath, yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird and variable. But it really shouldn't be. Consistency in redstone. Oops.
Someday I will understand it. Maybe. If I'm lucky.
Where is the key? Is there a key in here?
I swear, I have never seen a server with a more appropriate name than this one. I just look down a ravine. What do I see? A fucking wild workbench. Oh, dude, did you see the end result that Zeke made? The animation?
I've not seen it yet.
Oh, let me see if I have it. I have the link anywhere. Hang on.
Channel Lisa link to the L.Dropbox.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to put it in like the chat, so I'm just gonna link it to you. In fact, I just did.
Let us see. It's pretty nice.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's not pixelated enough. Needs more 8 bits. It's too modern.
No,
It must
I
look
like it.
must look older.
Did you just call yourself old?
I said the game or the thing must look older.
No, I think you
Should be
just
retro.
called yourself old.
I am old.
Approaching 30. Old lady. So what's it like walking with a cane? Hmm?
Shut up.
Aw, your viewers are amazing. They're all defending you now. They're like, oh, I'm much older than you are. Well, guys, I have news for you. I am actually older than Du is, so.
But much prettier.
Just teasing. I am not.
I would disagree.
We are equally ugly.
What? Did you just... Oh.
Yes, and you suck, and you're a piece of shit.
Thank you.
You know, the viewers are not gonna get the reference, they're all gonna hate me now. They're like, what? Lisa just called Du a piece of shit, what the fuck? I hate her! Let's ban her! And boycott her and never ever ever watch her ever again!
It's okay.
Can't remember this. I figured it was some BDSM thing. I'm okay with that.
So am I. We need to do that.
Oh, Like on cyber, that's difficult though.
Yeah, it would be.
It's possible, but it's kinda takes a lot of effort. Question is, who would be dominating whom?
From whom?
Sure. Geek Brigade is insisting that people should now pee on my cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
I don't even have cornflakes, so there. Alright, I am at the grinder. I can now give you my full attention on the stream.
I could hear more about this grinding.
Well, there's lots of skinny guys involved, and they all want to shoot in my face.
That is so perfect. You have no idea. At first I was like, wait a minute. Oh. I get it. I get it.
I can do it with anything. Just throw anything at me and I can turn it into a sex thing. You saw me do it with Milby.
Yeah. Let's try to turn...
I can turn Mario into porn. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I'm thinking. There's gotta be something.
It's a talent.
Appendicitis.
I don't even know what that is. That's not fair. If I don't know a word, how am I gonna turn it into porn?
You don't know what appendicitis is? It's when your appendix
Oh,
is...
appendicitis. Oh, okay. I missed the A. Appendicitis. I'm getting stage fright. Well, you see, it's pain, and it's terrible pain, but pain can be arousing, so if this is terrible pain, then it must be terribly arousing. And also, sex releases a hormone that makes you happy, so then you would not feel as much of it. I'm really having to improvise here.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Not buying it at all.
Well, those are actual facts, though. Except for the whole appendicitis being very arousing. Simbaka says there's something to put on a bumper sticker. If I don't know the word, how will I make it into porn?
Exactly.
Oh, dude, you're driving a car.
I'm trying.
It's the cutest car ever. It's like one of those. Oh. It's one of those. What are they called again? Beetles, like the new Beetle.
Whip up with eyes. It's actually Yoshi transformed into a car, because for some reason that happens. Yeah, I would say something like, well, that leaves more room for someone to stick something up your colon. Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys are better at this than I am now. I have taught you well.
I don't know. I may have been more corrupt than you before you were corrupt. Just thinking this now. Think about it.
I don't know.
'Cause you're not...
Well, you did ask me how long ago all my corruption
And it was
taking place
surprisingly
was.
recent, which made me think,
You don't share much of your corruption, though.
I know.
Well, publicly, at least. I think the thing that makes all the difference is just now when I tried to do it with appendicitis, you were all just, waiting for it and just listening. How with Milby, when I did it to Mario, he was actually responding to things, and he was like, "No, but this and that," and then that gave me more to feed off of.
Feed.
I don't know if I could ever do it to Ko, though. I don't know. Ko sort of... Well, intimidate is not the right word, but I just have a lot of respect for Ko. I think that's the whole thing.
It's not necessary anyway,
So I
because
don't
he's
know.
totally gonna fail. I should tell it right now. You're totally gonna fail, dude.
He should.
And then he'll be all sad and stuff, and then he'll try really hard and still fail. And cry baby tears. It'll be awesome.
He's going to rage so hard. It's gonna be so funny. The mechanics in this game are just amazing, aren't they?
Yes.
I love it.
Apparently now a dinosaur turned into a train walking on chalk-marked tracks.
Yes.
Apparently ESP1222 has gumbo, which is a agreeable substance, quite edible. And Lisa may not know what it is and or what it tastes like.
I have heard of it before. Isn't it like some kind of stew?
Yes.
It's very southern, I believe, and it involves, oh, I know this. There's like this vegetable in it. Okra?
Wow,
No.
I'm surprised you know all that. It is okra.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
Because okra has a, an interesting thickener in it. And it's used to, thicken it.
Yes.
Well-
Thicken all the things.
Well, no, it's called mucilage, and it thickens very well.
Does it act like corn flour?
No, it's its own kind of thing. It's because there are several kinds of thickeners. You have starch thickeners, cornstarch, flour, arrowroot starch, etc. And those all thicken in a particular way with subtle variances depending on what they are. You have things like fruit pectin, which is what thickens jellies and jams and whatnot. And they have their own set of things and ways they react. And then mucilage is its own kind.
And what other type of things can you find it?
Other than okra, I'm not actually sure. I'd have to do some research.
I don't think I've ever had it, though. It doesn't sound very appetizing to me at all, to be honest.
Well, honestly, the word mucilage is probably the worst thing you could ever possibly call something. Like, would you eat something called if you knew it had something called mucilage in it?
No, that's not what I meant, though. I meant okra or gumbo.
It's usually a seafood, shrimpy flavored stuff.
Yeah, I don't do anything that comes from the water.
I agree 100% because things come from the water and that's gross, and fish pee in there, and birds pee in there too. And why the hell am I getting into that little stuff? What the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? Fuck my life.
Oh god, suddenly flashback. Have you seen Trolls? He was trying. Have you seen the video where he was trying to play Super Mario 3 or something while giving an update on his channel? It's hilarious. It's a very short video though, but it's so funny.
Hey, I totally did that myself. I played Mario 3 on stream and I beat it and I did it like a boss.
You should definitely watch his video.
I will endeavor to do so. You may have to remind me though, because you know how it is. It's like, oh yeah, I'm streaming, it'll be easy, and then I'll remember, and then...
Not.
Yeah, 10 hours pass.
Yeah.
You have no idea what's going on. And suddenly things like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, and that's how the whole thing with the oatmeal came into existence, which nobody remembers where it really came from.
Nobody remembers oatmeal, but everyone knows that Russians get paid in oatmeal now.
Yep.
I can't believe that game lasted 9 hours.
I know, I'm still amazed. I can't believe we took 2.5 hours over that one level. Oh, that was just so painful.
Cries of pain. It's usually what I sound like when I wake up. That's like the noises that come out of me. It's just, fuck.
Yeah,
Fucking-
pretty much the same here.
Fucking
Well,
daylight.
you heard me when I just woke up.
Yeah, I know, 'cause you're just laying there all sexually exhausted and fulfilled.
Yes.
And I'm like,
Sure. Oh yeah, that's what it started with. Dacos. Sure, that's his name. He just referenced "Let's blow these guys." That's right. We started off so funny, and then it turned into a rage fest.
yeah, because I was like initially like, well, he can speak English, but he's bad at it, so that how can I not get down this hole?
That's what he said.
Oh, that's where it is. I was imagining that, you know, he speaks English, just not fluently. So he, like, messes up certain common phrases. Like, let's blow these guys away. And he just says, like, let's blow these guys.
Yeah. Shylag says, I'm really not sure who has the dirtier mind, Lisa or Do. Actually, I'm not so sure about that either. Did your viewers, know about this dirty mind of yours yet?
No comment.
Because I sort of feel like I may have, like, corrupted you in their eyes. Like, they didn't know about... I mean, you were just lovely, adorable Do. Who's also a badass, and now she's like this sex-crazed.
I know that Fear Without Walls said something
lesbian.
like, yeah, before I thought you were, you know, awesome hardcore gamer, smart person. Now I think you're awesome hardcore gamer, sex fiend.
Yes. I'm sorry, guys, for bursting your bubbles.
You can burst my bubble. Wait.
I will burst all your bubbles.
I actually had a friend who was aroused by a very particular kind of porn where it's girls, usually like cutesy blonde girls, who are scared of balloons popping, and the build up to them being next to a balloon as it's popping, like someone sitting there with a pin about to pop a balloon right next to them, and they get all worried, and then suddenly it pops and they freak out.
That is awesome. I have heard of porn before where people get off on just, blowing up balloons. But actually, it's a fetish. It's a pretty well-known fetish as well. So what did you learn today? Do?
What?
I said, so what did you learn today?
The Gemini Man is a fucking bitch.
You already knew that. That's a
Not
cheap
Gemini
one.
Man. Quick Man.
Well, yeah, I knew what you meant. But that's a cheap answer. You already knew that.
But I didn't know it in my soul, my heart of hearts.
Still a bullshit answer. You're just being lazy about thinking about it.
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
You should be.
Are you gonna punish me?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute.
What?
I was trying to be very sadistic here. Like, you wanted me to punish you, and then I say no, and that would be the punishment.
But then I say,
You're
okay,
like,
so...
oh, okay. So now you win, and that's not how it goes.
But I always win.
We will see about that on Saturday, huh? Listen to me, talking
That
about
actually
the
is like-
badass.
But now Saturday is like, what else is happening Saturday that I don't know about?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm kind of worried now. Suddenly you show up wearing nothing but leather at my front door.
Thongs.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I disappear for a day and a half.
Only?
Well, I have to... Actually, I should say this. I have an in-person job interview on... Actually, the interview's on Tuesday, but I'll be flying out Monday. And I will be gone a little bit next week.
And we will all be rooting for you. And remember, if they don't hire you, we will require an address so that we can send them hate mail and letters saying how incredibly awesome you are and that they made the biggest mistake of their lives in not hiring you. But I am not too worried because this really sounds like it's something.
Yeah, it's the third stage, so I will either get this or not.
Well, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but
I mean, seriously. You either get it or not. You don't just get it a little bit.
yeah. But what I mean is, I do want this job a lot. This is what I want. Do want.
Yes, it would be great.
Because then I'd be happy.
I am going to be so nervous. When are you coming back?
I think I'll be back late Wednesday, because my flight out is pretty far in there. I actually may try to stream
late
on my
Wednesday?
laptop, which is going to be a very interesting procedure considering how underpowered my laptop is. I mean, I might be able to do like emulated Game Boy games or something. That's probably it. We'll see.
Late Wednesday is going to be Thursday morning for us? For me?
I think so, something like that.
Okay.
Maybe I'm secretly flying out to meet you.
Yeah, suddenly you get an email saying, "Oh, we changed the location where we need to interview you. It is now going to be in Amsterdam."
At this address.
Yes. I should totally send you that letter.
And like you'll say like we have a
I
very
want
peculiar.
your address, dude. I want to send you something for your birthday.
We'll have a very peculiar dress code here. Make sure that you wear any of the following items. It'll be all sort of weird stuff.
Yes. Let's see. What would I want you to wear? Well, you're tall, so I would want to make you even taller and make you wear high heels. Because your legs are probably tall as well.
Of course.
Well, that's about it. Just the high heels, that's it. Fleetings, Shylag.
Fleetings. Have a good day, / whatever it is there.
Well, then, I think he said he was from Sweden.
I think
so
so.
that would be have a good evening.
You know, they should put like a country flag emblem by everybody who wants to be identified. You know, wants people to know that way. It's very easy to say good
Yeah.
night or good evening or whatever. Or at
It's
least a
like
time
an
zone.
option.
So it's like -5. Or even if just the sun
You know
is up
what
where
I
they're
learned
at.
today?
What?
I learned today that Arcus from the the Mindcrack server is, well, at least if his profile isn't lying on YouTube, he's actually from the Netherlands. I didn't know that.
Why would it lie?
Oh, there's lots of people that lie on their YouTube channel.
Well, usually not about
their
where they
age
are.
or I don't know, maybe. Oh my god, that goldfish looks so high.
What?
The goldfish that they're riding?
That wasn't a
Whatever it
goldfish.
is?
It's a dog.
It was a dog? Well, just now that goes to show how high it looked.
Yeah, it does look kind of weird and derpy.
Yeah. Oh my god, at the glitchy mobs! Oh my god!
What?
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Okay, so these mobs are so friggin' glitchy. They're just like catapulting out of the thing, and it's just there. Like the whole room is now filled with phantom skeletons. Oh god! And it's not even. So this is the difference between Bucket and friggin' vanilla Minecraft.
You're using vanilla again?
Yeah, on the server we are. Oh god, no! And like every once in a while they just get catapulted out there. And it's, oh gosh. I don't even have that many entities yet. This sucks. I'm just gonna get back on this chest where they can come and they cannot come on my chest.
I heard that.
I knew you would.
But unfortunately, it's not as... It's too manly. It needs to be something...
Yeah. I know, but it was still funny. I think. X-Decos Nunox is his name, sure. Says, dude, can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
I can. It's been a while. I'm not one of those, like, magic solvers who, you know, have the whole procedure down. Because apparently, what is it, from any position, it's like 53 moves or something like that for a Rubik's Cube to be solvable. Regardless of its originating state. There's some kind of minimum amount, or maximum amount that it will take. But I am not familiar with the stratagems.
Oh, I love it when you use big words.
And his name isn't... What did you try to pronounce it as?
Exdarosinox.
Okay, alright. Delete the X's, and then try to read it. And one of the words in the middle of it is chosen.
Oh, derp. Yes, the chosen Uno. The chosen Uno.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I liked Exdarosinox. I'm just gonna call him this.
Every time I look through it at his name, I just see the word nacho.
Me too!
So I'm like, I want to call him Nacho.
I actually have, I've been a member of a multi-gaming clan for a few years now, and we actually have a member called Nacho.
In person, yeah,
it's not his real name.
Well, it could be his real name. It's a short form of Ignacio. It's a nickname for
True,
it.
that is his actual name.
Okay, so Nacho is his name.
Yeah. N-A-C-H-O, 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 and Nacho was his name.
And, I mean, that's where we actually get the term nacho. It was invented by a guy named Ignacio.
Uh-huh.
And, of course, his nickname was Nacho.
Yeah. Henry Watson is not buying it. He says, bullshit detector going off.
What's embarrassing is it's actually true. I believe the story is, and this part may be a little apocryphal, but in a town right across the American-Mexican border, I think they were like from a military base right across the way. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. It doesn't matter. A couple of like military wives came into a restaurant at closing time, and they didn't have any food, so the guy there, named Ignacio, just grabbed some tortilla chips, which they usually have, and with the residual heat left in the oven, melted some cheese on top of it. Thus, nachos. I don't think they had a name originally. It was just like, maybe like Ignacio's specialty. And then later over time, nachos. And yeah, I believe there were some jalapenos like put on the original ones, and that's sort of where you get the evolved concept, and I use the term evolved somewhat liberally, of nacho cheese, but traditionally it would have been something like possibly cheddar, but more likely some of the very delicious Mexican cheeses melted over on it, and with a single jalapeno probably on each one, and beautiful flavor. I've done that before. It's really good, but I usually do it with some sort of you know, generic pre-shredded Mexican cheese blend, because you know what? That stuff's pretty good. They know how to mix cheeses appropriately. Second Boy says, I think Dew's source is the same as mine. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's really the kind of thing that I would make up from scratch if I had the same tools at my disposal.
Oh, man. I love you so much when you go off on a tangent like that.
Why? I'm scared now. What did I do?
It's the best! It's so good. You don't even notice that you do it, but you go off on a tangent about nachos now. Like, it just... we were talking about how I misread someone's name, and suddenly there's like this history lesson about nachos. It's awesome. I love it. Henry Watson says, do cyclopedia. Indeed. And I love it. It's like, that's probably what your viewers come here for. Not the coughing, not the gaming, not the anything. They're here to learn
I do like
about trivia.
I do like telling people things.
Yeah, you're
some
good.
people just want to watch the world learn.
Yeah. Oh, helicopter! I need to do the sound because I don't have the sounds
Wait,
on.
can you do that again? Only a little bit lower in both physical and audible sense.
Dude, that would feel amazing though! Seriously! Just imagine someone doing that!
I
on you!
am, and it
Oh.
sounds awesome.
Now I can't do it anymore.
I can't do it either.
I can't do it anymore, I'm laughing. Okay, okay. Relax the lips. Okay, I can do this.
Relax your lips.
Uh-huh.
Now that your lips are relaxed, just calm down, and you wanna cause a vibrating sensation with your lips, and then apply them to a proper area.
Well, that's it. I will never be able to actually perform this on a girl because I will always think of this moment and laugh. It's a whole new term for motorboating. See? I just turned Yoshi into porn.
Well, he does have that really long tongue. He's very talented
baby.
with it. He's also very good at swallowing.
Yeah, you know, I'm not that interested in that, but the tongue thing,
Yeah.
now, that could be good.
I mean, if your tongue could go, like, everywhere. Then
Everywhere.
there's literally, yeah, everywhere is the only way to describe it.
Oh, awesome! We Psycho Voices do Bork Lisa. Now that kind of sounds sexy.
Yeah, I
do.
Cause
I do.
I want to
Will
bork you.
Bork me, baby.
I'll bork you all
Oh,
day
yeah,
long.
baby.
What's funny is in America, Bork is what the Swedish chef from the Muppets says all the time. He's like, bork, bork, bork.
Yes! Do it again.
Bork, bark, bark.
No, it was good when you did the actual guy, but then,
Bork, bork, bork.
then you tried. See, you're your best when you're not trying.
And then,
It's-
isn't that the case for everybody?
Maybe. I don't know, actually. Probably. Psycho Boy to the rescue. He's like, Borkin is also a Linuxism, describing something wrong in Linux.
Because it's a
Yeah, but that's probably because I see. This is kind of like a chicken and the egg thing. I think borked as a, well, what do you call that? As a saying or a meme, maybe even, was before it got introduced in Linux. That's what I'm thinking. You're playing memory.
Yeah, but I haven't found any. There we go.
Now let's hope that all these phantom skeletons are not actually in the room spread out, because then my potion won't hit them.
You have to kill them all individually before they shoot you in your face.
Oh my god, the EXP is ridiculous!
Yeah, I really wish that, what do I really wish that? I don't know what
was lurking!
I don't even know what I really wish anymore.
You really wish that we could celebrate your birthday properly.
It was something to do with mob
What do you mean,
grinders. Oh, well, yeah, but, I mean, what I was actually thinking was something about mob grinders, but then Yoshi did something stupid, and now I feel scared and alone. I'm scared and alone.
no? I'm sorry. I'll hold you and protect you from all the things.
We have a lurking Milby.
Huh?
You said that we had a lurking Milby.
No. I said we were licking Milby? What? I don't lick sheep.
I said lurking.
Well, he had been lurking, yeah, apparently, because I just saw him leave.
He was practicing, or he was waiting until Mega Man was done.
He was here
Spying.
for like 10 minutes,
He was
and nobody
spying.
ever knew. Yeah. He probably was looking to see if we were talking about decent things so that he can come and join you and talk to you, and then he heard that we were talking about, what was it again? Oh yeah, the motorboat thing. And then he was like, oh hell no, I'm not getting involved in that one. Are you okay. Piano Man says, hey dude, maybe after this, can you play a more scary game like Amnesia: The Dark Descent? That would be really funny.
Scary games, scary games, scary games, scary games, scary games.
And that answers my question.
Maybe at night I can do something like that, but holy crap. Oh, I hate this. Scary things. I'm a very impressionable person when it comes to that kind of stuff. I will get nightmares about scary things. Like,
Me too.
definitively. Oh, come on, I know you're over there. Just let me hit you.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to, like, watch the stream of that. No.
Let's see, Piano Man says, do you try to be like, F that crap, I got this? No, I am extremely impressionable to that kind of stuff. I got scared to death by Haunted House on the 2600. That's how impressionable I am and how much my imagination can run wild. I mean, I am willing to do it. Oh, it just has to be
I love
done
it
right.
when your imagination runs wild.
I mean, I was scared to death of Thief. Frickin' Thief. Ooh, I need to play some Thief games on air. But I think after this I may actually try Quick Man again. If I can get Quick Man done quickly, non-ragey, then I think I may have it. Troglet is asking, how old was I, 5 or 25? When I was first playing that game, I probably would have been single digits, definitely. 3, somewhere between 3 and 5. Look at this battle. Yoshi, no! No, not Yoshi. He's eaten. It's the end of everything. Oh god, this is gross.
Do
Yeah?
we can't talk about sexy times anymore
Why?
because we have a 15-year-old in the room.
Well, we're age gated, so there are no 15-year-olds in the room.
Well, he just said it though.
Clearly that was a joke.
Oh yeah, that was a joke, people. Let's all relax and have sex. Oh yeah. Hi, Graveyard. Greetings.
I just got crapped out of a frog. Every time you do that, I have to like cross my legs. Or like squish them together or
good.
something. I'm like, wait a minute.
I think I have just found the perfect way to relax you when you're raging. Do rage engaged, and then I'm like, and you just start laughing.
That's not necessarily relaxing. That could be.
I don't need it to be relaxing necessarily. Maybe I want you on edge, but on a different edge than the rage edge. Hey, Piano Man, you just got your ass saved by Do, okay? Stop being cocky now. You didn't troll anyone, you messed up and you got saved.
Where did the monkeys get all those bombs? Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot.
No!
I died.
Yes.
I died. I died. Is this what it's like to be dead?
Yes, I hope so. That would be amazing. If this is like heaven, and you get to ride Yoshi and just jump on things and have like a
You crapped out
trail
of frogs?
eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, shoot.
Yes.
I just pressed down while in the air, and I didn't want to, and I died again.
Duh.
I'm so bad at this game. Such a giant piece of shit.
Yes. You suck.
Thank you.
Yay, I'm being allowed to pick Pokemon. The choice was either Abra or Mudkip.
Mudkip.
Or Squirtle.
Mudkip.
I totally went with Abra.
But Abra's overpowered, and you want Mudkips, because I heard you like them.
Nuh-uh. I like Abra. But I always mess up his evolution. Because I always say he evolves to Abracadabra, but it's Alakazam.
Isn't that like the second stage or something?
I don't know. Oh, wait. It's Abra, and then it turns into Kadabra, and then it turns into Alakazam. I was just told this. So, Mudkip or Squirtle? Well, Do just said that she wanted Mudkip, so that's where you're going. Cause she heard I like them. Cause she heard I like them.
Is he giggling a little bit at that?
No, I don't think he gets the meme. You do know this meme, right? Cause if you don't, I'm gonna feel really fucking old. Cause that's probably one of the oldest memes around. I wonder what the actual absolute oldest meme would be.
It probably predates the internet.
That's not possible.
Of course it's possible.
I just googled oldest meme. Oh yeah! 7 memes that went viral before the internet existed. Oh, this is really interesting. One of the things listed there is abracadabra. And then they go, what the hell does it mean? Well, this nonsense word has been repeated as a sort of running joke going all the way back to the freaking Roman Empire. Wow. And yes, it originally was used as a real magic word by magicians back in the day. Wow, this is very interesting. I'm not gonna read it all out. I'll just link the page.
Any other of them interesting?
You're gonna like this too, actually. Because it has history.
It does.
And you like history.
I do. Apparently history is not sexy. Maybe I will forget history just so I can be sexier.
No?
Oh, Cracked. They actually have a lot of really good articles on Cracked. Which, considering its history, is a... I mean, they're all, like, you know, silly, but they're not... Let's see, 3 hairs...
Nacho says, what about the history of porn? Well, I
I'm
know
pretty
that
sure
I
boobies
watched
were drawn on caves.
Yes, probably. And I remember the oldest friggin' porn movie I ever saw, which really is not old at all. What was it called again? It was actually a very kinky movie too, but it was terrible to look at. Oh, I don't remember. But I do remember that it had a lot of pubic hair, so it was a real turn off.
Are you absolutely opposed to pubic hair?
I am... Well, it all depends. Like, on a guy, I like it trimmed and not shaven. On a girl, well, she can have a little landing strip, I guess.
I really have no... Well, I mean, there's something that can be extreme, but I have no specific preferences.
Really?
I'm willing to stuff my face into just about anything.
I'm not. You are so gross.
What? It's not gross.
It kinda is.
Sometimes, you know, your lust will overcome any sort of that.
Well, I don't know. No.
No?
I have actually sort of rejected a girl because she was not shaven. Shaven or shaved?
Actually, both work.
Okay. I kind of like slowly backed away and not much came of it.
Should have told her, and she'd be like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I'll do that right now. You want to help?" And you could have like shaved her in the bathtub while like kissing her and stuff.
I wasn't that into her though,
Ah.
so that kind of makes all the difference. Like if I'm really into someone, then sure, let's go, baby. Let me put a knife on your pussy. But no, I wasn't so into her, so was not such a big deal to just let it go.
Let's see if I can find this key. I'll just leave me to where I was before. For some reason, I'm reading this link now. Kilroy was here. Yeah, that was beyond. The Andre the Giant stuff. Yeah. Whew. But yeah, I don't know much about the history of porn. So what year would you say this porn movie was from?
Oh, oh, I do remember suddenly what it was. It was, The Story of O, which I really don't like the name in English so much. It's L'Histoire d'O. It's actually it's a movie, based on a book. I have it here. Hang on, let me just take it out here. Have you ever heard of it?
No. What year was it made?
It was written in 1954. I don't know when the movie was made. I'm sure I would be able to find that. Hang on.
Oh, there's the key.
(1975) was the movie. Is when the movie was made.
Oh, I've seen porn from the 70s. Some of it's okay.
Well, I wish I had never seen it because the book is just so awesome. Like I got the book, and I could not put it down. Like every single second of the day, I was holding this book and reading it.
What made the book so good?
It's just really fucking sexy.
In what way, though? I mean, because there's...
It's a book about BDSM, and it
Ah.
just, I don't know. You should just read it. Really, I don't want to talk. I don't want to explain it because I'm not gonna be able to do it justice. But it's basically about a well, here's the summary on IMDb. Let me just read that to you then. The beautiful O is taken by her boyfriend Renee to a bizarre retreat where she is trained in bondage and sexual perversion. Renee discharges a personal debt by transferring possessions of O to his stepbrother, Sir Stefan. I don't know about this. Alright. Renee takes his lover, the photographer O, to a manor in the isolated area of Rassi to be submitted to humiliations, bondage, and sexual perversions to prove that she belongs to him. O spends several days being sexually abused by several men and whipped until she's ready to return to Renee. Then he shares O with his older stepbrother, Sir Stefan, until Renee finally gives O to him. Meanwhile, O and Sir Stefan fall in love with each other. That's not what I took away from the book, to be honest. What I took away from the book was that she was taken to this manor to be trained. Oh, that's kind of what they say, huh? But as I understood it, it was like he was just, it was like he hired the people in the manor to train her for him. And I didn't even know about any debts that he would have to Sir Stefan, so I don't know about that. But I must say, it was very impressive. Like I said, I was unable to put the book away once I started reading it.
When did you read it?
2005, I think.
Hmm. So very recently.
Kinda recently. It's still 7 years ago.
Shut up. 2005. It's so recent.
Huh?
2005 is recent?
Are you saying this because you were so much younger in 2005? But yeah, it's like, it's actually in the BDSM community, it's a whole, like, it's a whole thing. Like, the story of O, like, there's a description of the type of, like, body piercings that she has. People have actually emulated it and stuff. It's a thing.
2005 was not 7 years ago. Oh, damn it, it was. Fuck.
Weird, huh? The idea that it was so, like, there's things that go even further back that I feel like they're so recent, like the whole Y2K thing. I remember Y2K as if it was yesterday. Like, well, not yesterday, but maybe like 2 years ago.
I don't know, I didn't make a big deal of the year 2000.
Well, I guess maybe it was more, to me, the memory of Y2K was more the panic that was happening all over the world about, oh my god, our computers will not be able to handle this and it's gonna break everything.
I mean, I remember people worried about it, but I don't know. I already had jobs in the computer industry, and I was already laughing at people. They were like,
Well,
"Why'd
yeah,
your kid
that's
gonna eat
probably-
everything?" I'm like, "Pfft." That's pretty much the sound I made.
Well, you just knew better. That's why it didn't leave such an impression on you.
Now, September
For
11th,
me.
on the other hand, I remember that shit.
Oh, I remember that as well. I mean, damn, I remember the exact place and time where I was.
As do I.
Where were you?
I was in bed. My mom called.
What time was it for you when it happened?
It was early morning, like 10 or something, but I had a job at that time where I was off. It was on a Tuesday. I was off on that Tuesday. And I was just sleeping in, and then my mom called and said, turn on the TV. And then I did.
It was the
And then I had
afternoon for us, I think.
And then I had work the next day. And this is actually when I was a teacher at a community college. And that the day after was something.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I had to perform a lesson in front of people,
Okay.
and everyone was just stunned and shocked and quiet, and I had to remain composed.
And tried to keep their attention.
And
Oh.
and I still live with my, again, how old was I? I was 19? 19? Yeah, I was 19.
Yeah.
18 or 19. No, yeah, I was 19. And... Oh, God. That was a bad time for me, and... I had a lot of bad shit go on in when I was 19. But beside the point, I still live with my parents, and my mom basically shut down. Like, she would normally like do
Really?
the dishes repeatedly and you know, do the dishes. Because then, you know, I'm a kid, I don't care about that shit. But she stopped. So literally every dish we had in the house had piled up in the sink.
Wow.
And I eventually went through and did it all like a week later, but just before that, my mom said, you know, I said to my mom, like, well, the dishes can't get any worse because we've literally used all of them. Yeah, it was a good 2 weeks before she was, you know.
It must have been, or the way I imagine it to be anyways, like for Americans it must have been such a disillusion, because, I mean, it's the United States of America, it's a superpower, and you rule the world and stuff. I mean, maybe not explicitly that's what people thought, but the way it came across to me being a foreigner, it was like, it was sort of implied.
What was implied?
And then that the US rule the world and nothing can ever happen to them.
I don't know. I mean, there have been some events previously, like there's the Oklahoma City bombing, which I'm not sure if you remember that at all. Either.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
But that did not leave an impression like this did.
actually, it didn't leave as much of an impression on them, but it was a federal building. At the time, my dad worked in a federal building, so I was freaked out.
Right.
And I was also a lot younger. I mean, I would have been 13 then.
I know, I remember that on 9/11, I was married at the time. Maybe not married just yet. No, we weren't married yet. We were
But you
still...
were engaged.
Oh, I don't know about that either. But at least we were living together, probably. And, my ex-husband is a Muslim, and I do remember that during that period prior to 9/11, there was much to do about Muslims already, at least in this country. And I do remember I was in the drugstore when I heard the news on the radio there, and I called home, and I said, "Turn on the TV. I'll be right home. There's been a plane crash." And the first thing I said when I came home was, "I hope it's not Muslims. I just pray it's not Muslims." And then it was. And they started talking about Bin Laden, how he may be behind the whole thing. And I was like, no, they're just trying to get a scapegoat. So I was shocked, and I was so disappointed. Mostly, I was so disappointed that it was, that it had something to do with Muslims. It was just because I knew then the world was going to change. And I also remember how it just kept stacking. Like, first we heard about the first plane going into the whichever tower it was.
See, because that
And
people
that
were
was a
like,
shock.
yeah, people were like, oh, what happened? Must have been something going on, some sort of technical issue or
Yeah.
something. There was a lot of, like bated breath waiting, figuring out what was happening.
Right.
And then
the second
yeah,
one came,
that was the severe shock. I mean, because that was,
because now it's intentional
and it was caught on TV.
as well. Yeah. And then it got even worse because, oh my God, there's another plane. And it's heading for the Pentagon. Oh my God, they hit the Pentagon. And then there was a fourth one, and oh my God, but that one was averted though. But like the shock of just there being so many planes being taken over and used as a weapon, it was just wow. And I have to say, and this may not, people may start disliking me for this, but I did feel. I was a little bit in awe, because to organize this, to organize such an attack.
Actually,
Well,
there's quite a bit of evidence
damn.
that there were something like half a dozen targets, but because they, after a couple hours, grounded most of the flights, that, some things were averted.
I don't know though, because these planes were all in the air at the same time, and I doubt that if you can think of such a plan, that you wouldn't think of, well, once this starts become clear to the authorities, then they're just gonna shut all air traffic
but
off.
some planes
I
get
don't know.
delayed and whatnot, so if there was something that was targeted for a particular area, that maybe it would have, if that plane was delayed, they might have tried to get it done in time, but weren't able to. Or something may have happened.
Possibly.
Maybe somebody lost their nerve.
Yeah, possible. But yeah, I still view that day as the day that changed the world forever. It's never, ever, ever going to be the same. And I'm kind of sad about that.
Well, I mean, at the time, it seemed like after the Soviet Union collapsed that, everything was going to be boring and we would just coast into the end of history and things would be happy and that would be it. Things were solved.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, think about it. I think that's part of the main reason George Bush was elected, is that he, at the time, was considered a very boring man. He's like, yeah, we can handle. We want a boring president. We don't want a busybody like Al Gore. We want someone who will just stay out of the way and let good stuff happen. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, just let the country just do its thing, and while he sits there and looks
Well, no, just
presentable.
yeah, and that's what we want. I mean, well, like an 18th century American president, where they're not bad people. They're just boring, intentionally boring, for an intentionally boring time. But then.
Oh, the world.
Actually, it was was it April 30th that the Freedom Tower, the replacement or one of the replacements for the complex, crossed the Empire State Building in height, so it's now the tallest building in New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if that didn't happen, it would be like just the 90s forever. If that makes any sense. And the 90s weren't that bad as far as, you know, again, the 90s were boring and we didn't have any idea where we were going. Well, we're going, but that was okay. If that made sense.
Mhm.
Would that be how you'd analyze the 90s?
Yeah.
Slightly
I guess
confused.
the 90s were comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable is probably the best word that you could. Yeah, comfortable is perfect.
Everything was fine, you know, there weren't any immediate threats, no.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah, boring would also be a good word. But comfortably boring.
yeah. I mean, because if you think about it, hold on, fighting a boss too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Come on, turn around, please. But yeah, it was a good kind of boring, comfortably boring.
Yep. I like the 90s.
The music was terrible, but
Oh, fuck yes. Well, actually, my 90s were mostly dominated by R&B and soul, so it wasn't that terrible. But, like, the pop music? Oh, God, no.
yeah, I mean, it was the first time in a long time where it didn't seem like the world was going to end in 30 minutes. Or could end in 30 minutes if something, you know, went really wrong.
Mm-hmm. And I think the 80s were mostly characterized by being afraid of nuclear bombs. Over here, anyway.
Well, in the United States, I think it was more of a... Because in the 70s, in the West, I think in general, things felt a little like you were maybe losing the Cold... We were maybe losing the Cold War, but the 80s was where it seemed like the West got back on track and was, like, made a resolution to make it... to, you know, push the Soviet Union over. Through whatever means were available. And, you know, to sort of push back. Because I think, was it during the 80s? I saw the statistic once where in 1980, the number of like communist countries and dictatorships in South America was like there were like 13 or 14, but by the end of that decade, there was one. So you know, just a
Oh.
complete peeling back of a lot of that stuff. Because you got even the so-called right-wing dictators. Most of those were pushed out in the 80s as well. I want to grab another brownie or sandwich or something. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. I know. Oh my god! Room full of skeletons again! Welcome back.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No, just the fact that my room was full of skeletons again. And that I am now level 29. Damn.
Let's see. Henry Watson said, I had a Muslim friend in high school, and ever since 9/11, he got picked on and bullied just for being born with the wrong skin color. And you're from? He said is he from Belgium? Henry Watson? I think he mentioned that he's from not too far from where you are.
Yeah, I think he is from Belgium.
Yes, Belgium, waffles, etc. Because what's weird is that although a lot of that stuff was like feared that it would happen in America, for the most part, that kind of stuff doesn't really happen here as much as you'd think it probably would, considering the underlying, anger and whatnot. Because America, I think, has had a lot longer history of intra-racial relations than a lot of other countries. Like, you're in the Netherlands, it was like, what, 99% white until the 60s? Is that right?
Actually, I don't know when it happened, but we had... No, actually, I think... Because we, quote-unquote, imported a lot of people from, well, Turkey. A lot of people from Turkey came over here as... Oh, let me try and find a word for this. Oh, no, there's no way to translate this. But, like, we actually invited them to come help us build up our country again after World War II.
Okay, so as workers.
Yes. And, I think they actually came in the late 50s or so, but I'm not sure. This is a guesstimate.
Yeah, but I remember reading statistics on America where essentially, where is it? As far as racial mix, I don't think the U.S. has ever really been much past, because there's always been either Indian relations or African American relations to deal with. Not quote unquote deal with, but to, I don't want to say deal with.
We've never had to deal with that.
But that dates back for 200 plus years.
Yes.
And I think culturally that a lot of that stuff, anything that is religious or skin color based or origin based in general is generally not. It's like against the culture to hold that against anybody, because everyone says America is a country of immigrants, and people don't really give a shit about where you're from because it's America.
Unless you have the wrong skin color.
No, I wouldn't.
Or then, anyways.
Let's see. Here's something about USA demographics and wiki. Because I remember reading at some point, like, at the United States founding, if you consider territories it had under its control, the population was like 80% white, some percentage African American, and some percentage Native. And yeah, I don't think we've been above 80% since like the 50s as far as percentage that's white, and that's something like the peak.
In my country, I see trends. Like, at first, like trends in racism or scapegoats,
Because I
so to
think that,
say.
that Europe doesn't have as much of a cultural, tool chest for dealing with this, because in a lot of countries in general, Europe, it's a place like maybe even Japan, which doesn't really have much immigration intentionally for their legal setup, where it's been observed, whether it's right or not, that people are more likely to support people like themselves in terms of positively viewing them, like
Oh yeah, definitely.
and when you're dealing with modern Western societies like the Netherlands, where they have a fairly expansive set of what would normally call here the welfare state. I'm not sure if you call it the same over there. People, due to what I just said, seem to be more likely to be accepting of that when it's going to people like them than people who are not like them.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true, actually. See, my country in particular has always been famed for its, words, its tolerance. That's what we were so famous for years and years, and we are very, extremely intolerant now, and it's really something that puts my country to shame. It's actually something that I'm ashamed of this country. I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of a guy named Geert Wilders.
Is it spelled like G? Is his name start with a G?
Yes.
Meaning if you were reading English, it'd be like Gert Wilders or something?
It would be pronounced Wilders, I think.
Okay. Yes, I'm aware of him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's Dutch, and he pretty much represents the problems that we have with our so-called tolerance here in the Netherlands. I mean, there's a lot of xenophobia. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Over here? Yeah, we have a lot of that here. And we have a lot of different groups of people to be, and that's why I say I've noticed a like a trend in xenophobia, because at first it was the Turkish people that were just scary and they're here to steal our jobs and all that